Hey everyone, back with another video. Day 3 of Grind to 2000. We're going to play another rapid game today. It was received well by everyone, and yeah, we had a great game 2 days ago. Had a nice tactic. And we'll just wait for someone to hopefully accept the invitation, huh? I'm thinking... Okay, we get Team Black today. 1799. This guy is 1738. I always like to just take a quick peek because I get 20 seconds. It looks like this guy's definitely around our rating. So now 10 seconds on what we're going to play. Yes, I know. I think we're going to play a Sicilian. And I'll show you the variation that I play. I like to play what is known as the Taimanov. Mark Taimanov was a great Russian player in the 70s and 60s. Probably most famous, though, for losing 6 straight games to Bobby Fischer in the candidates. Okay, a couple moves here. I can develop the knight, and then if he captures, I take towards the center. There's also this move. If I develop the knight, he could just play something like this. I'm between this move and this move. I think we're just going to challenge the knight in the center. Lelino. We're playing Lelino. Did it say where he was from? Does not. Hopefully it says that I'm from the United States. It does. And he takes. So I said I was going to play this move, so I will. Okay, interesting move. So he puts his light squared bishop on d3, which it's acting as a pawn. It's blocking the queen's... It blocks the queen this way. And this pawn is blocking the bishop from having a nice diagonal if I ever decide to castle. And it's preparing to kingside castle. And he still has an eye on all these squares. So what to play here? I think he wants to push e5. He wants to get in e5, which I'm not, not super scared of, because I can meet e5 with d6. But I think I want to get my dark squared bishop out before we close down the center. Or before I open it up. I guess d6 would probably be a mistake here because then takes... No, I can just take back. Or take with the queen. I like moving the dark squared bishop here because I think there's going to be some tension here. I think white's going to castle and then play d5. That's what this move's telling me. He has some ideas on this and this, but with developing the knight, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be his next 2 moves. So let's do it. Let's activate the bishop. This is a nice little outpost for the bishop because it's staring at the king. Dark square bishop wants to stare this way, so I'm going to have this op looking there all game, as Hikaru would say. It also gets me one step closer to castling. Okay, so maybe he's playing really quickly. He's not really thinking about his moves. Hopefully we can beat him. Okay, I still think he wants to castle, but castling will put the light squared bishop, or we'll put the rook and the queen on these light squares. And he can defend it right now with his bishop. Or maybe down the road I'll have tactics. I don't really like the placement of his queen. I'd like to play f6, but after he plays e5, where is my knight going? To the center? That looks silly. Can always fiend Keto, but then that kind of looks silly because this pawn's... Let's develop the knight, and then let's plan to play d5. And then if he decides to clamp down, if he takes, we'll take this way and be happy with our bishops. So here, castles. What am I playing? I'm castling as well. Yeah, let's do it. He could pin my knight to the queen, but I'm pretty sure I just ignore that. No real weaknesses. Yeah, but by playing this move, yeah, he gives up this bishop to b6 idea, attacking b2. And how does white defend? He could play c3 or c4, which would create a really big hole in the center of the board on d4. I like it. I really do. And if he captures, of course, I'll just take with this piece. Yeah. Let's meet his pin with a counterattack on his pawn. b3 looks like a blunder. Play this move, and there's no way to save the rook. Sorry, there is a way to save the rook. He could just step up. The knight defends c3. Okay, so he elects to go for this. Doesn't play c4, so I don't get that hole. I want to push d5, but I'm not castled yet. So you know what? Let's castle, and then let's rip and roar in the center. It's time to break this game open. Still have tricks right here. If he castles this way, somehow I'm going to need to use attraction or deflection and get this light squared bishop off this file. Heck, he can't be on this diagonal either. Okay, I thought here I'd play d5. It creates a pretty substantial weakness on here. d5, knight, excuse me, e5, knight d5. Can always play f6. Challenges the bishop. I would take, he would take, I would take, and I double his pawns, but I open the file for his rook. Let's look at d5 first. d5. Let's say he captures. Captures, removing my weakness right here. I have this nice pawn chain. Oh, but it opens up this light squared bishop. Maybe I just want to trade the light squared bishop, because there could be some nice checks and some discoveries later down the line. You know what? We're going to play a5 to play this move. And then after captures. He has a passed a pawn. No, he doesn't. I have my a pawn here, but my a pawn's weak. Whereas dark squared bishop's clear over here, and it would have a hard time. I'll have a pretty easy time defending. Okay, we're going to play this move, because I'm scared of this light squared bishop. I'm scared that if I open up, and either this move or this move, he'll have mating net. I'll be in a world of hurt, and I'll have mating problems. Yeah, look at him. He's lining it up. Ops. Okay, so how to meet this? Could play e5. What does e5 do? Could play a6. a6. There's nothing like that because then I just trade and I'm happy. I maybe should have thought longer, but this move felt nice. Let's make Team White make a decision. These two look pretty silly. White Knight's not even playing the game. Oh, I'm being silly. This is pinned. Maybe could have had some tricks. Okay. He takes with his bishop. Do I take with the rook or with the queen? If I take with the queen, I own these light squares. But I also take this thread off. He could move his rook. If I capture here, he's going to play here, 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 here. That doesn't look good for him. This piece is undefended. We do something. I'm looking for tactics down the road. Captures. White develops like normal. Play a move like this. Maybe making it look like I'm ganging up on the B pawn, which I could do. Then I have this check, captures, and then queen captures this piece. We'll see. White's I don't know. White's moving very quickly, so he might move into a trap, but I don't know. Rook's paralyzed. He can't move. Oh, he's not paralyzed. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Queen's defending the F pawn. I think D5 needs to be played next. Barring he doesn't attack me. Okay. It's a weakness. Okay. D6, or do I kick the bishop? D6 looks pretty natural. And then if he plays E5, I have F5, knight to F5. But what is my knight doing? It's looking at these squares. If he just takes, I have a massive center and I'm winning. If I kick the, yeah, he goes back there and then, do I even have anything? We're gonna play D5. Why? Because it looks right. Oh, okay, he just, so he wants to trade first and now play this move? He might just be losing on the queen side, though. I can get my rooks over and just throw my pawns at him. I was just about to say, I think taking's a mistake, because after I take back, I can play this move and hit the rook, X-ray the rook. Well, I'm going to take back. I don't need to think about that. So now I have the center controlling all these squares, and I have the dark squared bishop. I'm controlling all these squares, controlling all these squares. White is looking at my king, but doesn't really have any backup and 2 undeveloped pieces to show for it. Okay, Lolino's thinking now. Oh, okay, so he stops thinking. Okay, pin the pawn. Attack the pawn. Pin the pawn. White should double up, and there's not really an attack. Really gang up on the pawn. Hold on, I might just be winning a pawn. Pin the pawn. White defends. Black attacks again, threatening to capture the pawn because the queen can't take first. So the queen could sidestep, and then my queen could join the party, because captures. I like it. Let's pin the pawn. So this move's nice because it x-rays the rook. What was that? I thought I saw like a little notification over here or something. I missed it. It snowed like a foot here in Lincoln. Okay. Do I just flat out take this? Just capturing backs. Fine, whatever. I get your queen. Can't defend. He can defend like this. Okay, seems okay. So then my plan was just to play this. And then be captures. I don't win. The pawn is no longer really pinned either. So I'm kind of wondering if ganging up here is really all that good of a move. Oh. I have this move. Okay, I'm going to play queen here. And then I'm going to force the rook off that square. Takes. I played too quickly, fellas. I should have played... No. I think keeping this dark square, keeping that pawn pinned is nice. Because now I can triple up, and then I can attack the rook on the dark square on C1. And the problem is I'm leading with the queen, yeah. So the reason I said I might have made a mistake a minute ago is I was thinking, what if I'd stepped back here, and then I would have been leading with a rook versus the queen. Yeah, white has a lot to think about here. White could just push the pawn. Captures. Triple up, and that pawn will fall. But I can always. This is why a lot of people consider bishops to be better than knights, because they can just cover. They have a larger scope. Okay, captures. Rook here. Knight here. Bishop here. Oh, okay. Captures, captures. Captures, 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 captures. This avoids this threat. I will maintain that my dark squared bishop is stronger than his knight. Takes, takes, push. This is tricky. I don't know what to do. He has the majority on the queen side. I have an extra pawn on the king side. Looks like we're going to a draw. Okay, if I just trade out, I isolate this pawn though, and it gives me a target to attack. Okay. I could play something dirty like this, because then the rook can't get behind the pawn, and I can just come out. Ooh, that seems super strong. Here, probably play something like here. 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 Oh, okay. Here, 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 here. Let's think about this. And then I connect my really strong bishop. Oh, but he could play this move and threaten mate. I'm still going to do it. I really like this idea. He should threaten mate, flight square, and then push me off. Yeah, he sees it. Darn. Okay, so where do I create my flight square? Here? He'll never be able to get me off that square. Okay, he threatens mate in one. Okay, his next move should be here, and I'm just not in time to get these moves in. Yep. We've got to retreat. Here's so I can play here if I need to. Slide over. I'd love to get those two moves in, but unfortunately, I missed this tactic of threatening mate. Didn't have a flight square in time. Am I threatening mate? What if I maybe this is a silly move. Maybe I should have played this. Seems scary. White pawn's running. Easily sneak a move in, get this behind. And then I'm scrambling because this promotion here is okay, hit the rook. Rook slides over, hit the knight. Knight goes here. No, knight won't go there. Bishop, rook will be there. I think I want to link these two up though. They're partners. Or I want to hit the bishop right away. Or excuse me, use the bishop to hit the knight right away. Where's this next move here? Then I would have this move. So I can either hit the rook first. I think I like hitting the rook first because He won't just push, yeah. Let's hit the rook first, and then we can slide back into this nice square. Because he wants to jump to b5. It's the only reason this move makes any sense. Here and here, forcing the knight to go back. Oh. Miss this, I guess. Those are all the squares he can go to. He wants to play this move. Puts me in a world of hurt. My rook's not really playing the game. Okay, if I move my rook here and then play here, that knight's not going anywhere. And start getting into the game with my queen. But then this pawn can never be pushed if I play this move. Oh, I could try something really dirty. I could play here, and then after he kicks me, I could pretend to blunder, capturing mate. This move can't be played. Oh, yes, it can, because then captures and he defends still. I would agree. It's going to be a king chase. I think it's important to cut this square off. Blocks the knight. I mean, he can go down there. And he might go down there. Okay, king is cut off. Let's not allow any infiltration. And then let's walk my king up. Maybe not there. I don't know. There's the check. I think I just want to walk closer with my king. Plays here, I'll play there. Right? These two can't be outrooted. I need to activate the rook. Oh man, I don't know if I like that move. Okay, I have a check. Let's look at checks first. Check. He could block. I don't really like that, but then I could check again. He'd have to move. See if I can weasel my king up here. Getting low on time, but I should have enough. Let's just muscle my king up in here. I want to be closer. Oh, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Okay. I have to pin that piece now because I don't want to give up the exchange. Shoot. I looked at that move. I should have saw the fork. This move looks pretty good now. Very, very strong bishop, but this knights can be very tricky. Okay. So that's not going anywhere. Check. Captures. Check. takes. Not much to do there, so... Can I play for majority over here? I think so. White can always swing his rook over. But I have like tricky moves like this. Play on the side you have an advantage on. This has been a game. This has been a very hard fought game. Okay. My plan was to play here and look for a break. I just don't have time. All these these pawns are just hanging. This guy's never promoting. This guy's never stepping up. This piece isn't moving. Okay. Here, 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 here. And we're locked. Okay, here, here, here. Looks to be better. This is pinned, remember? And it gives me another isolated pawn to work with. Captures. Captures, and now it's running. That's cool. Okay. Knight is no longer pinned. Any checks? No. Yes, I do not like it when it beeps at me. You know, I might step back just for the check. Shoot, I can't give up this capture, can I? I just don't think I can give it up. Because then takes and he's running, and it's a dogfight. And he has time to calculate and I don't. We'll see if we can find any time-saving moves here, because I get 10 seconds back every time I make a move. That might be a time-saving move. If he moves the knight, I have a check, which is nice. Jeez, like a checkmate. Cannot really move the knight. Oh my gosh, I have no way to defend this piece. I may have messed up. Have to take here, he takes there, and now I have to play this silly move. Captures, captures, king captures, and he's up 3 rooks. And this knight, so strong. Okay, I'm just gonna move the king. I need some checks. I want to keep the dark square bishop on because, yeah, if he's able to trade off, we're in a world of hurt. There, buddy. Take your pick. Could never remove that. I had the wrong colored piece. Okay, picked there. Kind of glad to see that. He has a check. Which if I played here, he could play here. Captures, captures, and I'm lost. King can never enter. Man, I need this bloody knight to move. This is just too strong. I was never able to attack this pawn because the knight closed down the file for my rook. Maybe I get behind, check, and start winning material. The only problem is he could do the same to me. Seems like a good move. Keeps the rook on this file. Rook can't ever leave. Check. But then king could easily just defend. Check. Excuse me. Comes back. Slide over here. Seems like an odd move. Yeah, I can't give up that trade. Now I feel okay stepping up. Maybe to a light square though, so I don't restrict the actions of my dark squared bishop. Okay, that piece is pinned, and now, or this is now falling. He could check me. Here, he could check me again. Okay, he could defend. What happens if I walk towards you, though? What are you going to do when I get to there? Unpin your king. He can't move down. If he moves up, I just check him. And he'll have to walk all the way at me. And then I slide over and threaten to take his A-pawn. Because this guy's a threat too. Like he might be the ticket to winning. Let's not forget. Check doesn't work. I play here. Oh, that piece can't be removed, I guess. Ooh, interesting thought. Actually, yeah, that looks really good. Maybe hits them both. Love to see that. Playing pretty good chess. Okay, let's stay off the dark squares for now. Okay, now I'd like to take. Check though. Gave him a check. Don't have this check because he can always take, and I don't want to. Amazing. I thought I was winning this position, and there it is. There's the blunder. Right? It is a blunder, right? If I take, I mean, what's he going to do? He doesn't have any tricks, does he? Take the pawn first with check. And now I take the knight. Okay. Okay, I've got a minute to think. Checking here, and then my king slides in. He's never taking that. Here, so if he steps up, I can capture. What a grind. 7 minutes, man. You had 7 minutes on the clock. And he resigns. Yeah. 7 minutes on the clock, and you play rook. He plays rook to e5, or sorry, e7. Wow, what a game. Yeah, really wasn't. This over here was nonsense. I thought I'd be able to create an advantage, but my king was blocking my rook. If If I wanted to do all this, I had to have my king on a different square. Preferably one he couldn't be checked on by the knight. And then, yeah, I really boxed in my rook here. Yeah, completely busted here. But just staying tricky, you know. Yeah, wow, huge blunder. And then, yeah, of course, take what's free. And then take the knight. And then defend the pawn. Force the king off. Alright, we're going to do a quick computer analysis. Let's go back to... Yeah, so this seems like a dead draw. And it felt like that. We're going to go clear the beginning, actually. Let's see if I missed a win. Pretty standard stuff. Did he like this move? He liked activating the knight. Why? He just pushes me out. Oh, you have a check. Winning the pawn. Missed that. Okay. Missed that or I would have played it. I played this because I didn't want him to push the knight. Likes my move there. Whoa, this is a huge inaccuracy. Why? Because he's trapping my bishop. Wow. Big tactic for white. Should have looked to see if he could trap a piece. Wow, I completely missed that. That's the difference between yeah, the best moves here and here. Checking and then you get to save the knight. You get 2 pawns for a piece. He misses it though. He castles as well. And then yeah, so I remember thinking why a5. I was thinking for tricks on the light squares, but actually it was to save my dark square bishop. I mean, I knew I was controlling b4, but that wasn't the reason I played the move. So that shows you a thinking, that shows you the flaw in the thinking of an 1800 player. He likes capturing with the queen. Still pretty even. Black's slightly better. Did all this gang up stuff. Traded everything. Yeah, this move seemed better. I just missed this move, which is the best move he found. Yeah. Taking away this file first and then whatever he plays. Yeah. Oh, it considered it, but it didn't like it. But then getting this position would be really strong. Yeah, so basically here I'm just saying, well, I made a bad move. So it's dead drawn. This knight actually was just a monster. This pawn and knight were buddies. I mean, as annoying as my bishop was, yeah, it should just be a dead draw. What should I have done here? Just move the rook around. Just move the rook around. Yeah. By doing all this, I just, yeah. I'm allowing him to cycle his rook around. This is lost. White should be winning here. Yeah, wow. I mean, he's up. He's not playing well. I feel like I'm playing better moves here. Aside from this move right here, where I move the bishop down. Yeah, threaten here. What am I doing? Now the king can't stay there. He moves his rook over. I just take, and I'm just winning everything. Really, it doesn't like that, huh? I'm up. Oh, yeah, it forces me away. Whoops, let's not get down the rabbit hole. This is what was played. Fighting for draw odds was all I was doing here. And then, yeah, he blundered. Solid blunder. Oh, it doesn't like the check move first. It's like it basically the game's saying it doesn't matter. And there he resigns with mate and 8. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. A little bit longer one, but yeah, brutal fight. Kudos to Lelino. Played a great game. So this puts my rating at 1805, and we'll continue the climb next time. So be sure to watch some of my other videos, and we'll see you next time.